Hello, everyone. I was thinking there might be some questions about the study cards that you are able to create and use when you have a test in biology this year. And so I hope this short video will give you some insights and some clarity about what you might do to prepare and how you might best utilize this resource to help you learn and to help you do your best when you have a major assessment in biology. So, what is a study card? Well, physically, it is a 3 by 5 inch index card, the kinds of small cards you may have seen people taking notes on. And you can write down anything you want to and fill up both sides of the card. Um, Before the test, in fact, in the first few minutes of the test, I will ask everyone to show me their study card and I will give it a quick review, make sure it seems appropriate. The study cards are part of your test. You will be using them while you are doing a major assessment for the course. Those assessments are intended to show you and me how much you learn and understand about the concepts that we've been covering. And the study card is a part of that assessment, it's a part of the test. So it's perfectly fine to get general conceptual questions answered, or even to share ideas with classmates about, well, I think I would put this kind of stuff on my study card. But it is not okay to copy someone else's work. That's never okay for any class at any time, because that derails your learning, that prevents you from learning when you just mindlessly copy someone else's work. And anytime in the process of creating your study card, right up until the time you're using it on the test, you're absolutely encouraged to talk to me and to show me the work that you're doing with it, to get feedback and to get ideas about how to best utilize this resource for your learning. So here are some general best practices for getting the most out of a study card. Start making one now. Yesterday, start making one. Last week. As soon as you can, start making one and use a pencil to do the work, because you're going to want to revise as you get closer and continue to study and prepare for the assessment. If you are particular about having a perfectly beautiful study card, maybe pencil is not going to be your thing because you don't like, can get a little smudgy if you erase a bunch of stuff, but I think it's the most efficient and effective way is to just use a pencil. And then, very, very important to use the test preview as a guide for all of your test preparations, including this. Looking over that test preview, which I hope you have all done a lot of already, you should be able to identify what is the key knowledge. What are those things that I need to know to do well on the test? Are there some vocabulary words? Are there some anatomical parts? In the case of the first unit this year, you may want to write down some of the organelles in a cell, maybe even draw a diagram that shows where those organelles might be in a plant or an animal cell. So things that you know you should be able to recall those terms, those definitions, whatever, but you're not sure you're going to be able to remember all those. Put some of those on your study card. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, what are the big ideas from the unit? What are the principles, the concepts, and the processes that you know you're going to need to understand to be able to do well, to demonstrate your learning well? For those ideas, write brief thumbnail explanations in your own words, and then ask me or ask someone else you trust if you don't want to talk to me about it. But I know what's on the test, so I think asking me is the best and most effective way to get the, the preparation you need. And ask me to look at your card and to look at those ideas and see if you have explained those big ideas with clarity and accuracy, and that you understand those big ideas, and that those explanations you've written will be helpful when you are writing the test. And then last, also think about what lab and hands-on experience that we've done in class and at home that you might be asked about. And you will have seen some of those kinds of questions on the preview, so you should be able to identify those experiences that you might be asked about. And you might consider putting some graphs of important data, diagrams that might help out depending on what kind of work was done. And certainly, again, some explanations that might be help connecting those practical experiences, the work that we do with labs, and the concepts that we study over the course of a unit. Why do I do this? Why do I ask you to make a study card? Well, first of all, I am asking you, but you don't have to. If you don't want to make a study card, you certainly don't have to. I would want you to know ahead of time, though, that by far the students who've had the most success in my class in terms of how much they learn and how successful they are in terms of their grades, those are students who do the most conscientious job making a study card. So you bother making a study card because it will help you learn. That's the sort of devious thing I have going on here. You may think it's about doing better on a test, but for me, it's about learning more and retaining more and understanding better. So when you write a study card, you are doing the kinds of reviewing and revising that is fundamental to good learning. You're creating a concise summary of these important ideas that we've been studying that you can use now, but that also will be a resource in the future. And it's, as I said, absolutely true that the students who do the most conscientious job making their study card are the students who have the most success in the class. And what will be revealed, especially to the people who do a good job on this, is that the more effort and thought you put into creating your study card, the less likely you're going to need to use it during the test, because you will have learned more and better if you've done a good job with the study card. But it's nice to have it there as a backup, just in case. Yeah, if you confuse one term for another, or there's a little nugget that you want to just go back and take a look at. So it's good to have it, even though you will be well prepared if you've made a good study card. All right, I hope these thoughts are helpful for you, and please let me know if you have any questions. Start working on that study card already if you haven't.